Getting cash now. I'm in that scar, now Mufasa, black jag now. From the trenches, money up so I could brag now. But never forget them nights where we ain't have now. Knocking on the neighbor's door, pocket full of 100 raw. I can tell her vividly, walking with a fifth to me. 40 extra clip on me. Wody, we gon' get them niggas hell. To the day my niggas come by into heaven, Lord knows I. Out the trenches, never a blessing. Wody, trying to get it, so mama no stressing.
Just want to say thank you and welcome to the UK, London.
We out here, man. You feel me?
I've been watching the story and everything. It's been looking very, very fun.
Good looking, man. We having a ball, man. You know what I mean? Shout out my man Los, International Los, he in the back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But we've been having a ball, man. It's crazy.
So where have you been so far in London? Like what parts?
Mad parts. We was at Buckingham. Was it Buckingham Palace?
Yeah, Buckingham
We was
Palace.
at the square. I gotta remember all the names. Piccadilly. Shout out Piccadilly, man. That's dope as hell. Nando's. Shout out Nando's.
What was it? Piccadilly was that first day?
Nah. Piccadilly's what? Yesterday, Los? Yesterday,
wow.
Yeah. Yesterday, day before. Man, Piccadilly's crazy.
I see you guys up Tower Bridge.
Tower Bridge, London
Tower
Bridge. I thought that was London Bridge. That's not London Bridge.
It's right next to it.
It's like right next to it. Yeah, we wound up figure that out the next day. I was like, yo, this is London Bridge. It's not London Bridge.
Yeah. So where else?
Camden Market. Borough Market too.
You went Camden?
Camden, man. Oh man, Camden was dope, man. I like it too because it's more like shops and stuff like that. Borough is more like straight food. You know what I'm saying? So Borough I definitely prefer, but Camden is hella dope, man.
Okay, good. So, like, tell me, see, like, now that you've arrived in London and UK, what do you think is similar to where you're from? What would you? Is there any similarities that you've realized? Like,
I feel like
in terms of people and culture.
I think people-wise is real similar. Like everybody's like focused, getting where they got to go. Ain't really no play around time. You know what I mean? Like where we from, like in the southern is more slower stuff. So this is definitely like a New York vibe for me. Just seeing everybody's like get where they got to go. Some people bumping you to get to, you know what I mean? It's crazy. But culture-wise too, man. Oh man, I feel like it's more of a, like New York is like a melting pot. You know what I mean? Because you got just a mix of different cultures. But here is like even crazier. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
I feel like it's way crazier. Just seeing the diversity going through the blocks. Like even you might have a Chinese spot right here, Indian spot right there, all on the same thing. Ours might be like, I'm pretty sure you have like a Chinatown section and stuff like that. But ours is more separate.
You didn't get to Chinatown?
Nah, we didn't get to.
You was in Piccadilly, you didn't get to Chinatown.
Oh, it was by Piccadilly. Man, we got.
Nah, never mind. Next time.
Next time.
You need to go definitely.
It's crazy?
Yeah.
Man, we gotta see that.
It's not big. I don't know how big. It's not super big, but Chinatown, like, you like the food because I see you guys like the food, so you would have loved that. I
gotta try it. We might hit that tonight, coming back early.
Listen, if you can get down there, go down there.
I gotta see that, man.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so anything that you notice that's really different in terms of from where you're from, your hometown?
Man, there's so much name, man. Even down to the train, like getting on the train, and ours, like let's say our train is the same length, but we might have 8 different carts. Y'all got different carts, but it's just walking straight through, which is crazy. That we in the front of the train, we just walking all the way to the back.
Yeah,
I'm walking to the back and then back to the front just to do it, just because it's like, yo, this is crazy. But it's so much, man, and it's like everywhere we got off, it's just something to see. You know what I mean? Like man, even the train station, the underground.
Yeah. Like
I feel like that shit, like Batman cave and shit. It's all grayed out and yo, I love that shit, man. It's crazy. Yo, I ain't gonna like this is definitely number one. We travel so much, but this is like number one, man. Like at least for me, you know what I mean? I know Los got mad different number one. He put the finger up. But nah, this is incredible, man, for real.
Yeah, so tell me a bit more about where you're from and what's it like in your city. So Borough?
Yeah, Born Block.
Yeah.
We coming from so we from Brooklyn, New York, and then getting more specific into it, we from the Bushwick side of Brooklyn, and then more specific, we from Bourne Street, which I call Bourne Block, and then that's Barinkin Projects. We just pretty much another ghetto. You know what I mean? I say that because it's pretty much all the same similarities. The struggles is there. Of course, you had the nonsense that everyone pretty much shows light on. But I think that the biggest thing for me is just seeing people not being able to get out of there. That's the biggest motivational aspect, even for my music. Because it's just built on watching 5-6 generations get stuck in the same area. You know what I mean? Just because the odds are not in a good position for us to succeed. You know what I mean? So that's like the biggest thing I say for Brooklyn is just, constantly watching people not be able to get out.
Like, if you could describe it in 3 words, what would those 3 words be to describe where you're from? What's it like?
Definitely trenches. Trenches would be number 1. Inspiration. And then the last one is just, man, that's hard. Definitely motivation, the trenches. Well, that's an inspiration?
Yeah.
Inspiration, the trenches. And the last one got to be just hope.
Hope.
Hope, yeah.
Okay, so I kind of see. So basically, you're saying that the situation of it being the trenches is inspiring to get to a place where,
you can actually,
I'm okay,
you know what I mean?
I can get out of here.
You can
If I
actually
want
get
to
out.
come back, if I want to. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then with hope, I feel like it goes 50-50 because it's a lack of it. It's so much, like, people don't just talking about trying to get out. People don't see that happening. And then on the other side of it, people want it so bad. You got people striving for it, and it just don't happen. You know what I mean? So I think that's a large part of why people could resonate with my music. Because it gives that struggle, and it tells those stories. And just for the simple fact that we still there, I'm still giving the everyday struggles. You know what I mean?
Do you feel like, is that how you feel? You feel like most of your peers, do you feel like it is a situation where most people there are trying to get out, in terms of get out of that's stuck?
Yeah.
Or and also, do you feel like it's, so how can I put this? Do you feel like you'll be leaving a part of yourself there? Like, do you think it's possible to leave there and like not feel like you missed there? Or
I think it goes 2 ways. Like, of course, leaving in the physical and the mental part too is also a main factor. Like, some people do make it out, getting out, but the mentality is still there, and that mentality you can't run from. You know what I mean? So even out of that place, you still stuck there. Whether it's not them same 4 corners, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have that mentality, at least to succeed in ways that you really want to. You know what I mean? And I think that's the biggest thing, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, me, I talk more in the physical sense because I'm the 5th generation there. My daughter's the 6th. Some of my friends are 8 generations and 9 generations, and no one has got out. You know what I mean? And even some that do get out in the physical, mentally, they still in them trenches. They still ride around, like, you know what I mean? And it's I think that's one of the hardest things, especially coming from where we from. You know what I mean? Because we don't see people that get out. You know what I'm saying? So I think with us doing the drinks and having them drinks specifically in them same corners that we played is one of the biggest things that I could actually do for my neighborhood, and just actually show them, like, man, we came up here, we grew up here, I played the corners like y'all, but we did something positive. Now it's something positive in this corner that they talk about with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just crazy.
Yeah. So moving on to that point, the drinks. How did it come about? What inspired it? What kind of got you into the place before? I'm going to start business in the drinks.
Yeah. just doing something different. You know what I mean? Like, of course, every artist tries to brand themselves with something. Normally it's clothing or liquor. You know, those are always like the most accessible options. But in my sense, I wanted something that kind of could be really felt, something that's real, and something that, you know, people could really point to me and be like, yo, that's his. You know what I'm saying? So just talking with Los, man, we over here laughing like, what if, you know, I have a Beano's lemonade, you know what I mean? And, you know, iced tea, and this is, it's crazy to actually to see how far we went with it, because it all started just a normal conversation and we laughing. And then, you know, it just took me going home to actually like, all right, let's see how funny we could get with this. Like, how far could we really go? And actually seeing like, oh, there's a possibility, you know? And then to us getting the samples in and we trying the samples and like, yo, you think this shit could, you know? And then finally getting the packaging, and then we got the cases, and man, we going on the bikes. I know y'all got like the Santana bikes here. We got the city bikes, pretty same thing. And we putting the cases on the bike, and we going to stores, you know what I mean? Trying to get them in. And my biggest thing was like, I just need one store. You know what I mean? If I can get one store, I'll be happy. Because I know like that'll just show how hard we came. I don't want to just stop at every rejection they give us. And we got that one store, you know what I mean? And then that just started everything for us.
Was it a local store in your
Yeah,
area?
it was. The first store we got was right by Marcy, by Lowside.
Okay.
And then, sure enough, we got Born Blocks out. You know, and that took me a while. I had to go to him 3 times to get them drinks in. You know, because he remembered me as Knucklehead. So he looking at me like, nah, this can't be real. Like, you know what I mean? He's like, who's your distributor? He's asking me these questions, but I got answers for it. You know, so he thinking we probably in a house making juice in it, trying to sell it. You know what I mean? But it's just great, man. You know, and shout out Manny. You know, we over there on Born Block, and he's just so happy too, just seeing how far we came and stuff. So it's crazy, man. My biggest thing is just really trying to motivate, you know, across the country, across the world, with my music. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, my story is just so felt to people. You know, so I know the market that we chasing, it could definitely hit with it.
Okay. So, you know, moving on to music stuff. You know, how did you first start out in music? How long have you been doing music? And what, like, who was your inspiration, if it was someone?
So I always loved music. Like, my pops was a huge music head. He used to have the posters on the walls and on the doors and shit like that. And then he was a big like Pac fan. So Pac, he would just buy a Pac album. Everybody else, he'll get bootlegs, but Pac album, he'll go to the store and actually pay his own hard-earned money and stuff like that. So just growing up and just hearing him play records and him breaking down records, and you know, you get that love for music. And then one of my favorite artists, Stack Bundles, you know, rest in peace, he out of Queens. Hearing him really was like, yo, you know what I mean? Like this, it could happen for you. You know what I'm saying? Cause just seeing how he was and what he talked, and man, like, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy, you know.
You just said, you just said something that is, because I caught onto Stack very late. I caught onto Stack obviously after he had gone, and when I caught on, I was like, this is not fair.
It wasn't fair.
You know, like
man.
if that's how it felt. I was listening, I was thinking, no, this guy, it's not fair. What, like, it's never fair. It's never fair on anyone, but like I'm hearing what could have been if he just carried on with it, and it's just like, this is just not fair. And that's when I took to Stack as well. I just took to his music. I was just listening to. First, I remember people mentioning him, and I heard 1 or 2 songs. I didn't get it.
Yeah.
Obviously, sometimes it takes for someone to pass and then
to actually
go down and go into the catalog. Same thing happened with Nipsey. When Nipsey passed, I'd listened to his music, but when he passed, I went into the catalog and I was like, no, this is not. That's
one of those. Yeah. Stack was definitely everything, man. I got the Vinny sweaters and stuff like that. Like that was the guy, man. But just hearing him, and it was just like, okay, like, you know. And then I think we started probably like 5.5 years back, and man, once
you started your first music 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
5 years.
Okay. The reason I say wow with the surprise is because I can hear. It sounds like you've been doing it a lot longer than 5 years.
That's love, man.
Like,
for real.
seriously.
Appreciate that. Like,
so
we once we started, man, we ain't never like take a break or anything like that. Like we jumped in and we just stayed consistent and kept working. You know what I mean? That was my biggest thing, because I know like people look at you like a joke. You know what I mean? Where we from? Like, you trying to be a rapper? Like, come on. You know what I mean? So I know, like, man, we going in. I'm going in for sure. You know what I'm saying? So we've been on it ever since. And
so when you say we, is this is Money Mob?
yeah, Muddy Mob, man. You know what
Which
I mean?
I thought was Money Mob.
I see. You know, I just see your email late. Muddy Mob.
I thought it was Money Mob, so there's me like, yeah, Money Mob. But then
It sounds so the Muddy
I
Money.
landed on one of your songs and it said Muddy Mob, and I was like, okay. So when you say we, that's who you're talking about, Muddy Mob.
Muddy Mob.
So what is Muddy Mob? How did that start up?
So Muddy Mob is just a bunch of kids, pretty much. Ain't a bunch of kids, man. Like me, Los. Shout out Dej. She's super dope. Y'all got some time, check her out. It's just us, man. My wife. We just, trying to strive for something different. You know what I'm saying? And with us, man, our stories are all similar. We all coming from the bottom. You know what I mean? We all trying to get out. You know what I'm saying? And once me and Los linked up, Los was my engineer starting off. You know what I mean? I think first 2 sessions we did like 30 records. Non-stop working. Los got tired of me. He stopped answering the calls. Like, he used to, he was a dirtbag. He ain't want to, he was like, nah, he working too much. You know what I mean? But even like that, man, we started like that and non-stop, man, just grinding. So you just see, if you go back to like my old stuff, man, you can see the growth, hear the growth. You know what I'm saying? And really like, okay, this kid came a long way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, got to talk about some of your old music. Like when you say you started 5 years ago, what was the first project like that you put out?
The first one was Value of a Dream. That was my first. It's funny how I learned the game quick. So we working, we finished the project, cool. Quit my job, right? I'm like, yo, we about to go straight to the moon. Get the project, we finished the project, shit flopped immediately, and I was like, oh shit, what the fuck going on? And then I start learning, like, you gotta grind. You know what I mean? This is not an overnight. Because we looking at it from the viewpoint that people are coming out of nowhere blowing up. So I'm looking at it like, all right, we're gonna drop this project, we're gonna go platinum, we're gonna go crazy. Nah, you gotta grind. You know what I mean? Then you start learning the marketing aspect, you start learning the promoting aspect. So I like that. 2 or 3 years back, we didn't make a record that popped because I feel like we would have been out the game already. Just looking at how much we actually learn as we're progressing. You know what I mean? So I think that's one of the things that caught me off guard, to understanding like what grinding is, because you don't really see artists grinding nowadays. That's more like a 90s era thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now it's just put it on YouTube, hope it pop. If not, I put the next one. You know what I'm saying? So we actually going hand to hand, city to city with it, and building them relationships and building that buzz from the ground up. So
yeah. So tell me more about how you make your music and your process. So like you see, when it comes to recording, writing, mixing, mastering, how do you kind of go through? What's the first thing? Do you kind of go in the studio and freestyle, or do you kind of have your stuff pre-written?
So I used to, before I had the studio in the house, I would just like write freestyles all day, write little verses and stuff like that, and then kind of match it to the songs. Once I got the studio though, like I just jump in, and then I might just get the flow of it. So I might like hum the flow of it, or just rap mad different stuff, but just to catch that flow. And then once I catch the flow, I kind of just try to go in. I already know how I'm gonna start, and then I'll just start writing from there. But that first line or two will probably be off the head, feeling it. And then I'll write and then just keep going.
Okay, do you ever write to like people in the studio actually making the beat as you're writing, or do you ever do that, or do you kind of like to have your beats already pre-selected and you come into the studio?
So normally I have them pre-selected, because I try to waste as little time as possible. But if somebody hit me like, yo, let's do this feature, I'll come to the studio, they'll play the record. I hear the record for like 10 seconds, then I'll walk out and then I'll start writing. I can't write and hear at the same time. Like it's weird. Once I get that beat pattern, know when the next hit gonna hit, I'll just step out and then I can start writing.
You mean step out the room?
Yeah.
So you basically write. You say you write without an instrumental. So you just write without hearing the instrumental.
So once I hear it like 5-10 seconds, I get the beat pattern, boom, boom, boom. All right, and then I step out.
So you got the tempo, you got the feel,
and then
you step out.
Step right out, start writing.
What happens if you stay in the room? Like what? Like
oh no, I just feel more. It's just weird for me. I be like, yo, you gotta pause the beat. I can't.
Okay.
Cause it's like clear the mind. You know what I mean? I can just focus on this. You got the beat playing, people over here talking or something. Like,
okay.
I get out. I can just think to myself, all right, knock it out. Cause I try to knock it out like 20-30 minutes, man. I try to be in and out. Like I hate being in the studio for hours or anything like that. Cause I feel like it's unnecessary. You know what I mean? Like if you really about your craft, you knock out a take, 1 take, 2 take, and then, you know, in and out. I see people do the same record 3 hours, you know, take after take after take, and I be like, yo, bro, you wasting my time. Like, let me lay my verse. Send me the record whenever y'all figure it out, because, you know, we got stuff to do, man. I don't got time to just be, you know, in the studio all day chilling, unless we working, but I hate wasting time, man.
So you like, if you had a 4-hour session, how many songs do you think you could get out of that 4-hour session?
2 verses a pop. I probably could do like
2 verses and a hook.
2 verses and a hook. I think we was in, I'm trying to think. Cause last time, closest thing I did, I think we did 3 hours in Vallejolos. Yeah, 3 hours. I knocked out 5 records, and probably like 2 hours, and then I was waiting on him I left him because we had a feature with Slim. So Slim came through the studio, and then we just chilled and pretty much waited. So it's crazy. I did all 5, boom, and then I got out. It was crazy. I think Los went to the store, came back, they was all done, and then I left all of them. So I was like, whichever one you want to jump on is cool, and then that was it.
Wow.
But man.
So now I see what you're talking about when you got in the studio and you got one song playing for 3 hours and.
Like I can't.
Do you feel like, was it always like that, or did you kind of develop yourself to be faster and faster, or was there a time when you was kind of spending hours on a song?
It starting off, you just be rapping, and then I think once you fully understand like song structures and what you talking about and sticking to the topic, then it was like, all right, it took me a little while, and then it took me about 45 minutes to an hour. Now I'm doing 20 to 30. You know what I mean? So I guess the more as I'm going, the more you just, I don't know, like with me, I feel like it's just built off passion. You know what I'm saying? Like my love for the game, my love for making music and telling our story. So it don't take me much to sit down and think of a hook. You know what I mean? And naturally, like I just feel it. And then, you know, I run with it. Once I hear it, like, oh yeah, that's it. And then green light, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so in terms of beats and production, like who's in your team that makes beats?
So I actually grab them from like YouTube. So
okay.
I find YouTube producers, and then I pretty much go through they catalogs that they have on BeatStars or anything like that, and then I just go through them. And I like doing that because they usually have like 50, 60 beats on BeatStars. Normally, like when producers hit me, I'll be like, yo, I'm gonna send you some records. They'll send me 4. I'll be like, yo, don't send me 4 because it's a real low chance that I'm gonna grab one that I perfectly like. You know what I mean? Because chances are you just sending me beats that you made. It's not specific that you heard my music and was like, this is his type of sound. You know? So I always try to tell them, send me like a 50-pack, 60-pack, and some of them be like, oh, you wildin', why would I send you 50? And I'm like, bro, I'm gonna buy the beat. Like, it's not about that. It's just about increasing the chance that I actually get one, as opposed to sending me 4 and I'm like, yo, you know? So I like pretty much finding them. And it's dope too, man, because some of them are in the Netherlands, some of them out in LA, like all over the world. You having people that just make beats, and being able to come together with them is crazy, man. You know what I mean? So
do you find that when you get onto BeatStars or something, do you find that with the producers that you have hooked up with, that you're able to find a producer that has a style, or do you get on their page and realize, oh, they've got all different types of beats and different types of tempos, and how does that work with you? Like,
So I usually just I start at the top and just run down. So normally, because it take me like maybe 3-4 seconds to know if I want it or not.
okay,
So it's literally just hear it. No. Oh, I like this one. Where's he going with it? Oh,
Okay.
cool. All right, let me get that one. And then I run it like that. But it don't take me like a long time. So I just pretty much run through them. And then at least when I connect with them, I'm able to reference, hey, I like what you did with this record. You got more joints that's like this. And then from there we build that, like, oh, he'll send me something like, hey, I know you like these type here. So it works out.
so also I wanted to ask you about in the studio session, like, what would you say is the most important thing that must be there, must be happening in the studio session for you to kind of be at your best in terms of performing? What's most important to you?
So
in the session?
I definitely have to. I don't like a lot of people in the studio. Like, if I could get one person, if I can get nobody in there except the engineer, I'm great. But if I got one person, all right, cool. That's like the max. Like, have Los with me or something. That's it. I don't really want a lot of people, because I feel like it'd be distractions, and everybody got an opinion. Do this, do that, and the engineer be like, "Yo, come on!" Like, he don't say it, but you could see. And then I gotta have like probably like 2 gallons of water and just mad candy, like mad candy, because I don't smoke or drink. So as much candy as we could bring, you know what I mean? That just be me there the whole time, drinking water. I like to stay inside the booth. I don't really like to come out. I just stay in there like, yo, go to the next one, go to the next one, go to the next one, and then knock them out, and then I come out and just chill.
Okay, so a bit of in terms of your projects, the last 2 projects that you put out, Nights in Burrum, Days Out in Burrum.
Out right now too. Make sure y'all go check those out. They crazy, I promise you.
You dropped them both on the same day.
Same day.
Right. Now, did you have those 2 projects as a bunch of songs and you kind of selected them? These are gonna be on day, and these are gonna be on nights.
So, well,
how did you have already the song, all the songs, and then you kind of selected which ones will be on what album? Or did you kind of create one album, finish with that, and then move on to the next and create that?
So with Nights, because originally it was just one album. We was like, we're going to do Nights. So the whole build-up is we just creating this dope project from start to finish. We working on that. And then, so that's Nights. Now, we got so many records that I'm talking to Los, because I recently came across E40. E40 dropped 2 on the same day. So I'm like, damn, we ain't working. So I called Los. I'm like, yo, bro, what do you think about dropping 2 albums? He like, I mean, if you think we could do it, you know what I mean? And then, sure enough, like, we always recording. So Days was more like, all right, we're going to put this together real quick because we got mad records. Boom, let's see how it fit. Work out, cool. And then, like, 2 days later, I sent him the whole track list. He like, oh, shit, like, it was crazy. And then, once we dropped it, I think the best part about it, I think I liked the way we did it, even though it was, like, last minute, because you have people that actually prefer albums, that they actually like the whole vibe of an album from start to finish. And then you got people that really like loose singles. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Days is more like bangers. You go in there, you got bangers here, bangers there, calm, banger, banger, banger. And then Nights, I feel like it's more like a drive out. You know what I mean? Take a drive, play it from the start all the way to the end. So it's cool that we actually gave people 2 different options to view, you know what I'm saying? Just showing we could do both either way, though.
So okay, yeah, that's great.
Incredible.
That actually answered the next question I was going to have. Was there actually a theme that you had in mind when you kind of separated the 2?
Ran with it?
You just explained it, yeah.
Yeah, and it's crazy, because I'm looking at it too, like, ain't no independent artist ever dropped 2 on the same day. You know what I mean? And we just like, yo, like, normally we learn in lessons, you know what I mean? And we see people do stuff and like, all right, that went wrong from them, and we take notes. This was like, shit, we don't got nobody we could search up, nobody. We just got to see how it worked out, Maybe it won't work, maybe it will work. And it's crazy the love and support we've been getting for dropping 2 on the same day.
Yeah, no, they're both. I've listened to both of them. Both great projects.
That's love. That's love.
Great projects. I've listened to them several times.
Which one is your favorite?
Out of the two,
Yeah.
I don't have a favorite.
Yeah.
Out of the two, I don't have a favorite. I think I'll be a little bit more drawn to Nights, to be honest. But I couldn't say it's my favorite. But I feel like I've listened to Nights more. That's all it is. I've listened to Lights maybe twice, and Days is like, do you know what I mean? I listen to it in kind of pieces. I've only been kind of catching on, so I can't really say which one's my favorite at the moment.
Dope, though.
But Nights has got some tracks that, like you said, it's like it's got that type of play it through.
Yeah, that's love, man.
If you could go back in time and bump into the younger you, age 14, before the music venture, what advice would you give to your younger self in terms of coming through the music industry and based on your experiences so far? If there's one piece of advice you could give the younger you,
I would say don't try to force people to be somewhere where you want them to be. You know, in a sense, a lot of my beginning, I always wanted people to come out. I wanted to do shows. I want to have all my friends with me. You know, we do a video, I want all my friends with me. And people didn't want to go. You know what I mean? And I think that kind of put like a tear in our relationship with a lot of people. But I feel like I shouldn't have been so focused on wanting people there. If they don't want to be there, then it's cool. Don't let them. You know what I mean? Don't force people to be somewhere where they don't want to be. You know what I mean? And then look at it from this perspective, like God got a different plan for you. It just took me a while to accept that, because even if you look at some of my beginning videos, we maybe 5, 6, 10, 20 deep. Now we just dolo. Every shot we doing dolo. You know what I mean? And I would definitely say that, man, because when you grow up, you always want all your friends with you. Like, come on, because we looking at the game like, oh, they 30 deep, we could be 30 deep. They make it rain in the club, let's make it rain in the club. But I would definitely say that, like, don't focus on that.
Okay, what 3 main things in life do you aim to achieve?
Ooh, I like that. That's a good one. That's a good one. So the first one is success. And by success, I mean just being able to get all my friends in good positions somewhere in life that everyone is happy with, comfortable with. The second one is being like the best father I could be. My daughter mean the world to me. You know what I mean? My pops was there for me. You know what I mean? He taught me so much. So my goal is to be the best I could, definitely be for sure. And then the third one, man, is just appreciating life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always say, like, it's crazy when we first started traveling is when I really first started to see what life was. Because we was outside, we would risk our life for nothing. You know what I mean? We risk freedom for nothing. Like, some people spent the block 3 times in the same car. They could have been wrong directions that they trying to figure out where we're going. We just looking at them like, oh, nah, tell what's the name, bring the strap down. You know what I'm saying? People moving different or something like that. And just getting to travel and really experience stuff has definitely, like, changed everything for me. You know what I mean? Like, we go on the road so much now, go back home. Let's grind, get back on the road again. You know what I mean? That's our main point of interest now. It's just crazy seeing what traveling has done for me. You feel me?
I'm gonna ask you a few questions, right?
Let's get it.
And you're gonna give me the name of the song.
Okay.
And the project.
All right.
Off.
Okay.
All right. I remember a couple nights we ain't eat, and a couple nights on the hard floor we slept.
I remember a couple nights.
I remember a couple nights we ain't eat, a couple nights the hard floor that we slept.
Oh, that's hard, man. Sheesh.
It's okay. don't know. I can tell you.
Damn. I gotta get one. I gotta get one of these, right?
It's not loads, but there's a few. That's the first one.
Alright, let me get the second. What's the second?
Okay, so
Don't tell me the first one yet.
I won't tell you? Okay, cool. Alright. Money's the motivation. No, sorry. Second one. Money's the motivation for every decision.
Money is the motivation for every decision. Shit, man. God, man. Money is the motivation for every decision. Is that no pressure?
No.
Oh my God.
Money's the motivation
Motivation for every decision. Money, yeah, I got the flow right there. So money's the motivation for every decision. Is there more money, more problems?
City on the map.
City on the map. Oh, money's the motivation for every decision.
City on the map.
Shout out to
Off value of dreams too.
Classic. Oh man, that was. And I'm getting the flow to come my city. Like,
Right.
money's the motivation for every
Rock on
decision.
now. Right, next one. I hope I've got this right as well, because I might have written it a bit funny. Do I pull her back every time she's leaving?
Oh, 3 wishes.
3 wishes.
3 wishes.
3 wishes.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, 3 wishes. 3 wishes.
Oh.
Value of a dream. 3.
Yup. Never forget that record. That record up there. Oh, that was deep. That was deep. That's just love, man.
Okay, next one. She's looking at me like, boy, you gotta go and get it. She's looking at me like, boy, you gotta go and get
Mama
it.
told me. Oh man, shit. We just did this one recently too. This is a recent, yeah. Shit, Los, my brother.
By the way, I'm going back because I'm not.
Yeah, I love what you're doing. Yo, I love what you're doing. Damn, Los, I was telling you this story the other day, man. We always talk about this story. Playing with the gifties. Your mama Beno every other night is hitting. She looking at me like, boy, you gotta go and get it. 220 on dash.
Okay.
I got. What is the name of the record?
Soul name. Project name, at least.
Oh man, what's the name of the
How
record?
you know, guys, for so many songs. Because I'll be honest, when I went on Spotify, I saw, wow, you got projects. I wasn't expecting that.
Look, yeah, we've been working so much.
Okay, that's what I started to go into.
I know it's an intro. Is it an intro?
I was gonna put a timer and you know how I was gonna do this. I was gonna have basically my idea was I was gonna have a little timer at the bottom,
Yeah.
and then it's timer. But it's okay. I'm gonna leave you.
It was the intro?
No, it wasn't the intro. This was Chosen.
Chosen. Oh man.
Next one.
Yeah, I'm appreciating you right now, my brother.
This one you should get. This one you should get. All right, ready?
Yeah.
Almost lost it on the night I crashed. Fell asleep behind the wheel. My bad.
Almost lost I need to crash.
That sounds like a moment in life.
It is. It definitely was a moment. Oh man, this was
I'm gonna give you a clue. 2017.
Oh, that's a bad clue. We put out so much. I know the record. Almost lost it all tonight. I feel like it's an interlude.
Project name, song name.
Project name, it was I feel like that's the one we were sitting. Oh man, there's so many projects. I think that's the one I was sitting down. I'm trying to remember the name of that one with the red background.
Rent Cali Story 2000.
Cali Story. God.
Right.
I'm so nice to crash.
We got one more.
Alright, I gotta get this
one more,
one.
and then I'm gonna give you the one that you
The first one. Oh man, that was dope.
Alright, next one. Same people that I started with for some reason I departed with. Same people that I started with for some reason I departed with.
Yo, I know. Yo, my wife see this shit, we gonna go crazy. I hear her now. I swear to God. Oh man. Alright, I feel like this one is an outro. I feel like this one is definitely an outro. Sorry. Oh my God. Is it an outro?
No.
It's not an outro.
No, it's not an outro. This is
Why do I keep thinking only the outro?
2017 again. 2017. 5 years ago. I can't believe he's making these songs I saw 5 years ago. They sound like. So this is when you're just starting.
Yeah.
It's crazy as well because it sound like you sound like you've been doing it a while.
That's love.
This is New York. Same people that I started with for some reason that I departed with.
Oh, New York.
And the first one was this. Well, let me say the phrase again. I remember a couple nights we ain't eat, a couple nights the hard floor that we slept, or that we sleep. You actually said that was Mama of Valley of Dreams. So thank you for being a part of this great quiz show.
Yo,
You're
man.
actually the first person that I've actually done this with. So everyone else is gonna. Anyone's watching this interview, you know that if you're coming on my platform, this is what's gonna happen to you. So start.
Get ready.
Yeah,
get ready, man.
But I just want to sign up by asking you, or to tell the viewers where you can get, like where they can find your music, what they should type in, what's your social medias and everything. So everyone can stay in tune. Yeah,
for sure. So make sure y'all check out all my YouTube videos, my Instagram, QUE GAMBINO, man. Shout out my man Los. I am Young Los. IAMYOUNGLOS. Make sure y'all follow him. AMN Days. Shout out to her. Same way spell out AMNDAS. Man, we just working. Brioni right now, that's the next project we about to drop. Then we're working on an international tour right after. Los right now working on a short film. AMN Days about to drop. So, the whole clique is working. Double M Beverages, Bino's Beverages, the Lemonade. Make sure y'all check it out. I got the link in my bio. Y'all can go in and see what's going on with that, man. We got the #1 drink in the trenches. And then we got Bino's Foreign Snacks. If y'all want anything international, man, I'm the guy. And nobody else in the world got you like I got you. You feel me? That's a double M fact, man. But tap in, man. Check us out, man. The whole team working, man. And we out here, man.
Yeah, shout out to
you
Los behind the scenes.
International Los in the cut, man.
Yeah, it's been great having you down to do this interview, and just wish you all the best with the new project. And
that's love. That's love, man.
You're doing a great job.
For sure, man. Yeah, I gotta come back. Next time I come back, we're gonna run that 5 over. I gotta get on 5, baby.
100%. You need to come back in the summer. So I think it's okay in the winter, but come back in the summer.
Yeah, we're gonna be back for sure.
If they catch me, they leaving me dressed in. So every night they go bring up a techin'. I told Los ain't no coming in second. We gon' wrap the brick, ship them out in the sections. We gon' run the corners and open concessions. We gon' run the world, see the M's in the section.